It didn't exactly hit like I thought it would.
Walking out of the showcase, I not only saw very little gameplay, very little release dates, but I barely have a clue about the outlook of PlayStation's enormous and growing first party.
It wasn't a state of play. This was a PlayStation showcase. This was supposed to be the kickoff to Summer Game Fest and this huge thing, and I really feel that this is a 2 out of 5.
Going into the PlayStation showcase, I thought Sony was in position to take out the Xbox Series X, and any doubt that PS5 would win the generation. But after, I think the door is still open for Xbox.
Into adventure. We will be watching. Maybe engage a little.
So if I was Phil Spencer and Xbox, I'd be walking away from the showcase breathing a big sigh of relief. Sony absolutely failed to capitalize on the opportunity they had to snuff out the Xbox Series X. The showcase itself wasn't a miss per se, but it was a disappointment, and only because most of us were expecting a home run. It's been more than a year since their last one, and we were just expecting more. So if I was Xbox, and I know I have my showcase coming up in a few weeks, I'd come out guns blazing. I'd leave no stone unturned. I'd show things that aren't ready. I'd drop as many big titles as possible, drop as many names as possible, and give dates where I could. Really try and wow the audience. And in turn, I think I'd get back some of the mind share we lost over the years. Because I don't think it would be a good idea to just try and match Sony's show. There are years where you can do that and you can have a middling showcase, but this is not that year. This is an opportunity to start the comeback. People are less than impressed with Sony right now, and you gotta capitalize on that. You have to.
She's putting on quite the show.
I give you guys 2 weeks until you're back together.
The number one topic, according to Google metrics, aside from Spider-Man 2, mentioned with the PlayStation Showcase, and this is how they track stuff online, was Last of Us Factions 2. Even more than Metal Gear, which was a big rumor going into the showcase that people are really excited about. Last of Us Factions was right at the top. I can't believe it wasn't there. Major game outlets were thinking it might be shadow beta dropped. Like, people had this on their guarantee list. And what did we get? Nothing. We got nothing. Now, for me, I wasn't expecting all of that, but anything would have been better than the nothing we got. Even if it was just Neil Druckmann talking over a cinematic, kind of like they did Wonder Woman-ish, even that would have been better than nothing. But instead, we're left wondering, what is this game and where is it? I'm starting to get a little worried we won't see it this year. I still think we will, but the worry has begun. Something to put a bookmark in for the future. One thing I was thinking during the show, every time I saw one of PlayStation's new multiplayer games was, yeah, this looks good, but I can't wait to see Factions. And then after the show, I kept thinking to myself, yeah, those multiplayers were great, but I still only want to see Factions. It's the thing that's going to hang over everything that Sony does until it comes out. Last of Us Factions just being out there in the ether as some unknown future release game really diminishes every other multiplayer game they're going to come out with until that comes out. Because like me, we know that that's the true heavy hitter. That game is the game that they're going to put the most money into. All these other games are some lesser version of that. I think it was a really dumb choice to show those ones first, and I don't really understand why they did that. It doesn't really make sense, and I think they should be smarter than that.
He's not normally like that, right?
No. He's never like that.
We've talked a lot about the bad at this showcase, but there was a nice amount of good as well, especially Spider-Man and Phantom Blade. And to me, they look like the best games of the showcase. I don't know enough about Metal Gear, and I don't know enough about Helldivers 2 or Marathon to be able to get too hyped about them, but Spider-Man looks to be everything we come to expect from a PlayStation first-party game. I mean, look at this combat. It looks like everything from the last one, but then you like mix in a little bit of Uncharted. It's awesome. I can't wait to try this. And then Phantom Blade 0. This game looks like it's a leveled up version of a bunch of different games, and I don't know if this is what the final gameplay is going to look like, but if it's even close to this, well, you're going to be in for a freaking treat. S-Game Studios really brought it this year, and I can't wait to get my hands on that game. I mean, really look at this. Holy crap. And there's a great blog post about S-Games on the PlayStation blog right now that I recommend you reading. It kind of talks about how they got where they're at, but it's really cool, so I suggest you guys check that one out too. Anyway, I'm curious to know what you guys think. Do you think Xbox should go all in with their showcase? Or do you think I'm wrong? Should they hold some stuff back? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Please subscribe. We really appreciate it. We're trying to grow the channel. And until next time, bye-bye.
Civilians are all safe. How you looking? This gunship won't quit. I'm right behind you.